The story begins on the harsh frontier where survival often depended on uneasy encounters between very different worlds. In the late 19th century, the American Southwest was a place of dust, hunger, and constant movement, where settlers pushed westward and Apache bands fought to protect their land, their people, and their way of life. Into this landscape came a small group of settlers traveling with wagons and children, worn down by weeks of travel, limited supplies, and the unforgiving climate. One infant in particular had grown dangerously weak, its mother unable to produce enough milk after days of illness and exhaustion. Every mile forward seemed to carry the child closer to death. When the settlers realized they were being watched from the surrounding hills, fear spread quickly through the camp. Stories of raids and violence had shaped their expectations, and many assumed the worst. Men reached for rifles, while women gathered their children close. But instead of an attack, a small group of Apache women emerged cautiously, their posture alert but not aggressive. They observed the settlers quietly, their attention drawn not to the weapons, but to the cries of the sick baby. Among the Apache, children were sacred, and the sound of an infant in distress cut through cultural and linguistic barriers. One of the women stepped forward, signaling that she meant no harm. Through gestures and broken words learned from past encounters, she made an offer that stunned the settlers. The Apache women could feed the child. They had nursing mothers among them, and they understood well the danger of starvation for an infant. But the offer was not without expectation. In their society, such an act of life-saving generosity created a bond, one that demanded reciprocity. The child would be protected and nourished, but in return, a lasting connection between the two groups would be forged through marriage. To the settlers, the proposal felt shocking and impossible. Marriage was not merely a personal union in their culture, but a religious and legal institution. To the Apache women, however, marriage was also political and communal, a way to secure alliances and ensure peace. They were not demanding a life of servitude or cruelty, but offering inclusion into their people, a guarantee of protection in a land that had already proven deadly to outsiders. As the baby's cries grew weaker, moral certainty gave way to desperation. The settlers faced an unbearable choice: cling to their beliefs and risk the child's life, or accept help that came with conditions they barely understood. The Apache women waited patiently, fully aware of the gravity of the moment. They had seen too much death already, caused by war, disease, and broken promises. Saving one child, even at great personal cost, was an act of resistance against a world that seemed determined to destroy them all. This moment, quiet and tense beneath the open sky, set the tone for everything that followed. It was not a tale of simple savagery or noble heroism, but one of survival, cultural collision, and human compassion colliding with fear. The choice made here would ripple outward, binding lives together in ways no one present could fully foresee.